Hi everybody, hope you're okay. So let's have a quick chat today about the importance of movement and how it can relate to general feelings of wellness. Movement is one of those things that I try to incorporate all throughout the day in as many micro movement stacks as I possibly can. So currently this morning, as I like to do, I'm out walking somewhere slightly different this morning. Been here a lot of times, a place called the Goit Valley. It's a bit soggy this morning, but it's absolutely stunning. And getting in a 5k walk before I go and do some work. It's important for my mental health, clarity, helps me focus on what it is I'm going to be doing during the day. But throughout the day as well, it's to punctuate it with little movement snacks and making sure that I'm moving around as much as I possibly can. If I've got to do any sort of laptop work, any computer work, I try to some degree do it in a deep squat position, maybe do some standing up work, and get out in the garden, and I'll do some labour tasks, some manual labour tasks that require me to reach, to lunge, to pull, to lift. Just punctuate them throughout the day, rather than having this one block period where we go and do exercise for an hour. And exercise really is just one subtract of overall general health and well-being. And what can happen is that you can go and do your hour of fitness, your run, your gym, whatever it may be, and then you don't really do anything else for the rest of that day. And what you do for the rest of the day is equally as important. So you could go and do an hour's worth of training at a gym, and you may not train completely fully for that hour, depending on what it is that you're looking at doing. And then you kind of lulled into this sense of accomplishment, in that you've ticked that box for the day, and then you spend the rest of that day, as I said, just sat around doing nothing, which is equally bad, because you've got 24 hours in a day, and if you spend an hour of it training and then 10 hours of it or 8 hours of it doing your work, and then you've got another 8 hours where you're sleeping, it's a lot of time just sat around doing nothing. So it's important that you just think about that. Think about breaking down your day into like little movement snacks, getting out from doing some short walks, getting into the squat position, doing some hanging work. If you've got any labour tasks that need doing around the house, just punctuate those. And obviously if you're in the office, then it's probably worthwhile, just making sure that every hour you're having a little movement break. You stood up from the desk, you're getting the ability to move around, stretch, lunge, carry something. That's going to be important for you as well. So I'm going to leave it there. It's something for you to think about. As I said, I'm growing this channel, so guidance, likes, subscribes, all that sort of usual stuff is going to be really, really helpful. And I hope you have a good day out there, wherever it is, whatever you're doing, and I'll speak to you again soon.